Hey everyone, welcome back to Bob and Zoo Stack 64, which is a level pack all about these new parsing systems. In part 1 we played with these, in part 2 we played with these are glyphs, these are events, and now we're playing with these in this part. They seem like they can go infinitely anywhere, and also parse with, okay, so apparently it doesn't come from rock, the directional, but anyway. Again, I replaced all the music in this pack with my custom music, because there's vanilla Baba, and here we go. Here's the first one. Now, I have no idea what these different arrows, like, these are not the same, but I do not know what they do. We'll learn, though. Okay, so tile freaking is defeat. Tile's defeat right away. Well, that seems like a problem. And all we have to work with are Drunker and Push. Drunker is a really stupid, freaking hilarious property that makes the object move diagonally. I also like how when you move it this way or this way, the N goes to a different line. I wonder if arrows can parse in drunk directions eventually. But yeah, I also... Whoa, this parsed. What the heck does that do? Tile is Drunker? Okay, I need to get my own arrow to wrap my head around this. The parsing is opposite from usual. It's from right to left, seemingly, instead of normal. So, Drunker is Tile, but you can still parse it the other way around as Tile is Drunker. I mean, that's not really the one we want, but that's so interesting. If I break that, is there any difference? I don't understand. Are they the same? Like, do arrows have some priority over each other? It still parses as Tile is Drunker. Okay. Well, I mean, look, there we go. Tile is Push is what we want, right? But now, I probably want to get the Drunker involved. I can push these all down into the grass. Oh, wait. Grass is stopped to the right. If you look down, grass is stopped to the right, which makes me impossible to go back to the left because it's stopped from the right. Of course. Of course. Well, how do you deal with this flag is win not being in here, huh? I guess it needs to be both Push and Drunker. As stupid as that sounds. But why the different arrow types, though? I mean, I guess this is forced. Except it doesn't do anything right now. Not visibly. God damn. Well, there is actually a Drunker interaction. You can stack multiple Drunkers at once. But why doesn't it work this way? Drunker goes up. Why not? But it will work the other... Okay, weird. Okay, it seems like there's a difference. Look at this. This arrow. Apparently, Tile is Drunker right now, so it does pierce through. Still don't get the difference between the other two arrows, though. But, so we can do an infinite loop or something? No? The different arrow types are so weird. Why did that trigger? Wait, 2x Tile is Drunker. And now it's only 1x. This is one weird tutorial level. Is this enough? If I do this, I get 2 times Tile is Push. Okay, I think the difference with that arrow type is that it doesn't work sideways. This one doesn't work sideways, but this one does. As you can see, this pushes on. But, this Drunker doesn't do anything. Do I need 3 of them? This also works. That feels so weird. Maybe it's a nudger. Ooh, maybe it's a nudger, even though that's also really hard to think about. Oh god, I may have gotten it wrong with the first idea of the rule because it's not going through it. Man, these are freaking weird. They're getting interrupted. I only have 1 Drunker now. I'm gonna try like draw what I think is happening. Of course, there's a line going from here to here, but this is a nudger, as in it also nudges 1 to the right, but still continues going upwards. So then it hits this, then it nudges and goes up. So that's why there was 2 Drunkers there. So this is a nudger, as in it'll go in the same direction as where you came in, but it will just nudge it by 1. Wait, when it's facing forwards, I noticed that it also says 2x Tile is Drunker. So is it not directional in the way that I thought it was? Somehow even triggers when it's facing the other way. So it's not really... This arrow doesn't work the way I thought. Is it like a 3-way nudger? Like, I don't think you can double back. Okay, wait, that's very interesting as an idea, actually. That would mean that I can do... Okay, not like that, because that isn't a nudger, but instead of an arrow here, then here... Yes, they all trigger. All right, here's how we finally get 3x. I wonder if Push can replace... Probably not. We can try to check. No, the Push does not work. You see this arrow does not light up. Okay. So we have Tile is Push. And finally, we have Drunker times 3, which allows it to drunk to the top left. This is so cursed. Top left isn't even accurate anyway because it's dependent on the pushing direction, but yeah, finally we can push in a direction that 3 cycles back to Baba. Okay. Flag is win. God, what a spaghetti level. I'm so sorry that took that long, but like, that's what happens when it's not really a tutorial level, even though it's trying to be. And these are called nodes, I guess, because there's node here at the bottom left. Baba is you, Drunker. Again, Drunker is here. Freaking drunk Baba. So, it can be... Is this right? This is not really a thing you can say. Baba is Drunker. So again, they parse in reverse, so here's Drunker. We can get the is down. Ain't quite on the way to, and pushing the is also a cursed experience. So do I actually want the Drunker to be like here so that this arrow can interrupt in between? Yeah, okay. But now, Box is Drunker. I guess we could say Box. Is that all we need? Because that feels like we sacrificed an is to do this. And then win and flag. The is stacks looks terrible. Also, why is there a node? I don't get that yet. Like, because not only do we... Maybe node is Drunker and we get to push it away. That would be good, right? No, not again. Can we push this away from the wall? Nope. Node is Drunker. I really thought we would be able to do pushes, like, away from the wall. Maybe there's multiple is's again. That would involve using the other is somehow, though, probably. Node is Drunker. But you can see they don't push in the directions that are upright. Drunker, can we do it? You can push it off the wall, which is like... That also feels relevant. Okay, you know what? If you can push this off the wall like this, maybe we don't need to mess with the other one. We can just simply... Boxes Drunker. I don't know if there's a way to get these boxes completely safe. I guess this is fine. And then if you do node is Drunker, we can get the is back. But this is not the most safe thing. The boxes are still kind of stuck. In fact, this is will still get stuck to the bottom in normal land. Maybe the node is Drunker is for the flag. It is, okay. But that's still not the direction I quite want it to get pushed in. It needs to face left, doesn't it? Well... Is it infinite direction? I can just put it there. I don't even need to move it off the wall in that case. There! Flag is win. Alright. Supplement. Oh god. Oh my god. Okay, an explicitly branching arrow. Also, we can't allow it to break. Unless we have a nudgers that nudge to here, okay. Doesn't work that way though. This is a full arrow. It'll work if I do this, probably. No, it doesn't. Can I just not go backwards? That's a big problem. Unless I already set up a good trigger there. Then it can kind of like not be seen by it. That's an issue. Drunker, and we have a 3-way Drunker this way here too, which is cursed. Is this Drunker if we make a rule? Yeah, it's tile is Drunker. Yeah, okay. But tiles push, and it's freaking Drunker, man. I sure hope you watched part 1 and watch this cursed Drunker interaction, but looks like multi-Drunker might be a thing. Like, do we need to bring all the arrows in? Like, that might be the case. What's this creator's obsession with multi-Drunker? This is a real problem, this branching thing. Maybe there's a way to double nudge or something, like nudge back? Pushing it this way seems really bad, like, because is it being cancelled because it is the back? Like, because it sends an arrow back in the direction? Okay, and like... Okay, maybe... Let's assume that it doesn't get cancelled still, but that would still mean that we need a freaking nudge in in unintuitive directions. Or maybe we have an arrow here, maybe like here, and... My shielding idea is not working out. Maybe I still have 3 arrows. No, like even though it's pointing to the right and going up and should be nudge nudge, it doesn't work. I swear to God, if it's pushing these Drunker tiles in some diagonal push way, that would be crazy. Now, they don't block sight lines, but what if one is responsible for some diagonal push that like isn't obvious. I'm just gonna restart, like... Hey, you can do that. That makes 2x drunker immediately. That's a different cycle, which like, still kill good. You need all the drunkers probably, god damn it. I don't suppose you can do that or that at all, so that's pretty sad. But like, this allows the 3 cycle drunker, and you get stuck there, of course. You probably need them all, it's just like too insane. Like, I need to... What? What was that? What? What? I got a Lua error in the middle of that, and the... Okay, let's see if I can show it this time, because I wasn't recording the... Nope. What do you mean it's just an instant win now, without the... Wait, it's because the drunker sees it. I mean, that's kind of cursed that the drunker sees it through here. I guess that was what it was interacting with, but... Wait, no, that doesn't make any sense. Okay, I get there's an infinite line from drunker to the left here. God, this level is spaghetti. I'm not gonna engage with it. But I think the drunker was messing with it for sure. Go home, Baba, you're drunk. Anyway, okay, so on that turn, there is the stack overflow. And then, of course, we undo, like, oh my god, whatever. Yeah. Frantic Flood. Oh my god, the glyphs are back. Make drunker. Yeah, this certainly does feel like I've been made drunker. Keke can be changed from Keke is push to Keke is move. A nice plus sign and draw in the back. And what does this say at the top? That says grass is safe and flag is safe. Okay, it's grass is safe and flag is safe at the top right. I can do this, but then, first of all, there's a grass that's defeat, I believe. Actually, no, it's not. Wait, what is killing me here? It's, which of these is killing me? Flag next to empty is defeat. Alright, yeah, okay, flag next to empty is defeat is right there. And like, I can't move this. Why not? It's not pushed there, I guess. Keke something is not push. Keke make... No. It says Keke make not box. God damn it. And, water is sink. Although the phrasing of that looks weird, because the arrow and the water is not the same direction. Where the hell is the Keke anyway? I guess we would need to do box make Keke. Except... No, that's the other way around. It says Keke make box, I think. We need the freaking rules to appear, like, always on screen, even though it's not a real thing. Okay, also the reason I can't push this is actually really simple. It's because the flag is stopped, which if I do this, I break. So if I do this, then I can move it down. And that says boxes float. Although then, of course, like, I don't know why I die here. I mean, I die because I'm near an empty, but... Does mean that, like... No, it doesn't. The timing doesn't work out such that it... Yeah, I mean, the water is broken anyway. So I can't make this the winning flag, I think. That wouldn't make much sense for that to be the win. Also, the flag is safe dies at the top right. And of course, grass is safe dies at the top right, so anyway, like, back to where I said, like, the Keke make box is not going to be possible because of this rule. So what is Keke even making? I can't even see what it would make. Like, is box making Baba? Is that a thing? No, right, it's the other way around, but I can still make boxes. And can't I surround the box? I mean, surround the flag so that now there's no longer an empty next to a flag? Chess battle advanced. Punk rock. Oh, what the? Why is this glowing? Flagging your rock is win, okay. But clearly that doesn't work out. We're just gonna do rock is push. Oh, rock is push up. Okay, so I guess it's there to express that not only is the arrow facing direction changing, but it depends on... It will cause the rock to be only push in a certain direction. So now it's only push upwards. So clearly, now I want it to be able to only push from the right. Okay. Now only down, except you can't do down, so that's why you would need this arrow. Yeah, okay, and move this way. Boom. There, and now we'll push down. This needs to be... This is fine, and then push to the right. Okay. That flag near rock is win. Just break this. There we go. How come that was more of a tutorial than the actual supposed tutorial for arrows? Also, we abandoned those special pronged arrows or whatever. Like, we literally abandoned it past the first level. Anyway, flag is win. Water near... what? That's such a weird looking... Could this be the thumbnail? Anyway, that flag needs to be near 3 waters to win. And the water is on kind of an awkward spot. And lava is stopped, so it needs to... It's like in one phase. I can't go back. The skulls are suspicious. They alternate. They're so alternating, these skulls. Okay, set the skulls up. Great. Oh, this is so annoying. I sure hope that also this doesn't imply more micromanagement about the skulls positions, because, like, it certainly feels like it right now. Wait a minute. Are they actually up and down? It's water near... Okay, so it's up and down. Up and down is totally fine. Okay, skull is shift. And then water is push is being made. But there is a question about... No, it's a whole statement that we must move. That's very unfortunate. Also, does it not just look like the skulls could shift the lava downwards? Like, I was gonna have water is shift go up and down. I'll just do it in the editor because I care that little. But let's just bring one skull down, as I said. Actually, like, crazy. Chess battle advanced. I mean, it's clear that, like, this is extremely insufferable as a way that we need to, like, move everything just to change stuff. And then shift. Guess the plan is shift all this up. Want down water to go here, then left, then up. Or wait a minute. Yes. Why make the flag shift on water when you should just get the skulls to do it? Skulls can do the work. There. Anyway, I'll show what's probably... Well, I'd say the idea that I had, because as you can see, the skulls are not facing right, the correct direction, and you can't actually get them to face these directions with just pushes. But if you do this, skull is push, that, and skull is shift, it would... Oh, that doesn't actually work either. Also, below facing direction interaction, like, you can see that the is the only thing that it's being flipped. Even though you would expect that, like, in a down push, or in a down movement, all of them would start to face down, but no. It's just not how shifting like this works, and this is a classic that destroyed me when I first played Hutter Hut's Plasma Mods, which is a pack by a different creator that did not use this mod, but it used facing direction memes, and that's just one of the unknown cursed interactions with this game in general. As you can see, if I edit this, like, now the one that is inside the push now flips up and down, whereas it previously did not. Not that this works, though. Ooh, this is about infinite directionals of the arrows, I think. Yeah, this is the fact that they're infinite direction is not, like, the thing that I think most about. So maybe we can have an is go, like, there, even? I don't even know if that's possible. Unfortunately, it can't pierce past double is. In fact, it can't even go past itself in the down form here. Wait, can I target the water that's, like, in the rules? Remember that we have an extra is, so, like, this is not an accidental duplication or whatever. Wait, that's actually insane. Okay, I think that's actually incredibly cool. You can actually use this water as, like, a subtle thing. That is very nice. That's very nice. Okay. It's freaking lava stop cheese. Okay, that's actually a very cool level. Next. Hegemony. That's a pun. Hegemony. Anyway, node, not. We got a not now. And a push, one of them is facing special, one of them is not, and we have a branch. I just push and still. What's node doing? Notice, not notice push. That looks like the obvious thing to spell, but, like, how does that actually work? Maybe not push, but again, the opposite order stuff is a bit weird. I mean, you can do notice push, but it's already a thing. Okay, here, Okay. What, can you get to the other side? Is that what it's for? I guess that's what it is. Which means we want a directional. Unfortunately, the way this works is that it's... I just don't know how it works. It says, node is not pushed from the left. But seemingly from both directions, it seems to push it just fine, so, I don't know what the hell they're smoking. Or maybe we intentionally add a push to the left. Maybe. That would also be pretty cool, right? This is possible. So that says node is push up, so it's push up from but not the other directions. However, that wasn't quite where we wanted it. Let's use the brancher. Okay. This is leading somewhere. I need to face that way. That's pretty awkward. No. There. So that says node is push to the right, but node is not push. So those combined, these are completely impassable except from the right. So that, there we go. Now what's next? Just node is win? Probably yes. That doesn't even parse. Because you're... Because again, it's a reverse parse. In case y'all forgot, that doesn't work. It needs to be the other way around, but not upside down. But that's not even allowed either, so get that out of here. Do I need to say not node is not push? Just to get rid of the hedges push? Oh god. That implies there's some way to duplicate the not, which is kind of sick, but also like, Or maybe the knots can just somehow appear twice, I don't even know. Not even parsing. Of course, what's messing with me a bit is that node is not push is how you do it in normal Baba language. But really, you have to put the not at the front. Not push is node, which is not normal. But like, do I have to cycle it back to the first not? That didn't work. But I understand, like, is it just not possible to say not node in this? If so, that's not possible then. Hey, look, we got it. And that took a little while. Jeez, okay, but yes, there we go. It says not node. Now, how do I loop this back into the not? Maybe the other side doesn't work. God. Also, does this work if the double arrow isn't there? Okay, it does. That's good to know. Because that means maybe the not can do it. But yeah, the not modifies the node, which is... It's so weird, but I guess that kind of makes sense with how the near worked, huh? Simply needs to modify the push. Okay, here. No. Remember, it is backwards arrow direction. Yes, finally. Not node is push is broken. There's the win. But yeah. Okay, like that was pretty cool. I will say the realization of what the knots like actually did with man. These things are so not tutorial. There you go. Illusion of choice. What's going on? Keke facing. Looks like it says flag facing Keke is win. But Keke is one far away and there's a skull for some reason. The skull isn't even killing us, but the sand is killing us. Sanda's defeat is on the bottom, very obviously, and right. Oh, and this one is this is a changing one, okay? Down, left, right, okay. But also, what are we actually doing here? Are we modifying this? There's no way, right? You can't actually modify that. Push. Okay, let's think about how, like, what can even be modified here? Because we could do Keke as push in weird ways like that. But with the sand destroying our hopes and dreams, is the skull going to get pushed? Like, do I go here and maybe push the skull down? Is that even a real thing? Because this Keke spot just sucks. It'll get pushed onto sand and it's not terrible. Keep me in remember it's reversed. Keke facing flag is win. It's not the other way around. But yeah, I could make flag push. Wait, that is a lot. Yeah, that's important for sure. So now make it face. Wait, how is it gonna be pushed down? We do push down using arrows. Okay. Flag is now pushed down. So go in here and push it downwards. Freaking going down like that's really not great. So, I mean, the flag is already there. And now the keke just needs to be here and face up. Alright, done. Right? I think one arrow might need to be sacrificed on top. Maybe just... Okay, so just sacrifice that arrow. Because we're gonna have to make keke face... Well, first of all, push. Push to the right. But then face upwards. Okay, I mean, there we go. Laptop boomerang. Oh, freaking local is back. Oh god, local with the channel mechanic. I mean, okay, it shouldn't be that hard to explain because the channel word is not there, but part 2 of the series introduced local and channel, and my god, that was freaking silly. It looked complicated, but really it was just like channeling, aka routed objects are ranged to, and local objects are affected by things that are in only the channel spots. So as you can see, they are the ones that are doing the blue particles. Okay, so what do we have here? Local fall, and the fall direction can also be changed up. Okay, so there's temptation to fall down, and how are we gonna, like, what object is actually winning here? I think we want to get an is onto the, like below or something, and that's pretty far away. It just seems like we target local on the is and make it fall to the right for now. I can't think of anything else to do. Also, that failed. Or hit properly here. There we go. So now it'll fall to the right, but only when I'm nearby. That's actually not easy. Like here's the local spot. I feel like we're combining falls. Unfortunately, the order is actually a problem with these, but yes, that is in fact a thing. And if you change, if you have something that blocks the way, that can happen. Because you see, we just move the is in that spot. Otherwise, it just tries to go to the nearest top right corner. Put it there, maybe? No, it still actually does that. This is what makes part of this spaghettifying. I mean, even if we do land in that seemingly safe spot over there, like, we can't actually do anything because we're going to continue to fall. So, I don't know. So we do fall right and left. There's no effect. Which is good, because maybe you want to set it up so that it's like fall to the right, but then when it's local, it's fall to the left and like cancels both of them out. But if you do that, of course, you would want to cancel falling to the right from here to get out. Wait, I was trying to do like some really ridiculous trick of like going here and somehow getting a local to be pushed to the left, but I think that other arrow is actually there to get 2 is's, and it's actually easier than I think. I set a local arrow to be fall to the other direction. There, that's pretty nice. So what that does is now the local is fall to the left, and then I have a fall to the right passively, and they cancel out. And that's cool. So then I can just leave. Well, I'm not sure about leaving. How do I leave? I guess probably one of them is local and the other is not. But I thought I wanted to get them out of the way. But I guess like having them point is like fine too. I just set up like the other one to be not local. Yeah, that works. Although, oh my god. We are immediately to the right. Okay, so like not local versus local essentially alternates them a little bit. Okay, so just the fact that we have a not local seems good and relevant, right? We just break all this, and now let's think about what we can do now. Local probably down, and then not local fall right. That seems right to me. Well, no. That's only how to get to the word win. That's not how to actually... And again, fall does not... We can't push with fall, so we cannot push text with a fall motion. And of course, I've pointed this not local for a reason. Hopefully a good one. We just point it. We just point it to the... Okay. Yeah, never mind. I kind of overthought it, although I really don't like how I can't push the wind to the upwards in this setup because the local is freaking blocking. Maybe I do that. I guess. Okay. Now I just go down right. I just love how the skull blends in with the word not. Anyway, now it's time to... Did I not need any of the local stuff? That's actually... I just did the stuff with the right first because it felt like that was intended. But it seems that if I push up right now, I just win. Because you can push up and the fall comes afterwards. Okay, I actually do not think I can geometrically make the situation where Baba goes down passively and then when it's local it goes right. I was just thinking to do that in case like the intention was order matters. But actually I think the intention is something even more sick. The skull holes are alternating there for a reason. So I undid all the way back here. It's so you can do this. Also, it's block. Don't undo all the way back there. Okay, we're done. Alright, very fun. Speed of radio. Well, we got a lot of stuff here, and then 2 robots and a door. Why? Flag in your flag is boom. Local door is win. Except we don't have any remote at the moment. Or router. Local box make. Well, there's no box right now. Where's the flag? What does the thing at the bottom say? Tile eat node, I think. It says tile eat node at the bottom left. Okay, how do we create an object? Because we have an issue. Local doors win, yep. Local robot is defeat, but where is any object? Guess we need to target Baba for sure, because there's no way else to make anything, right? So if robot is defeat, then we want... Except that's totally fine, right? Well, no, it's not fine because this box still sees, of course, but... It's a problem. Local push router. There's no way to make them move on their own. But flag in your flag is boom. And how do you get flags? Standing here, maybe? You can make pairs of flags? Well, unfortunately, don't get rid of the door, please, but we definitely did want to get rid of a robot. Is there some parity thing we can do? Also, lol tiles. So much for tile eat node when I can just delete the tiles. Okay. Is there a parity thing? Well, there you go, they're gone. Well then. Well then, just make this stuff local, huh? Boxes, router, or whatever. I like stuff the other way around. Okay. Static rock. Local not rock. Dead. Okay, why does it say Baba is you is cancelled? Oh, no. Wait, this is actually... It looks more elegant than the real game. That would be not Baba is not you in the real game. That's kind of funny that it's better to... It looks better in Glyph's version, but... Anyway, what do we have here? Rock on rock is win. And how do you get rock? Baba without rock is shift. Water is sink. Well, what do you mean without? Because there are too many rocks in here. And I kind of would, in fact, like to get them to be shift. Rock is push, maybe? Maybe local rock. Yeah, it seems like it's a local rock is push. Which, on its own, is also a bit weird, because... Doesn't that make it really easy to stack 2 rocks on top of each other? CBA. Wait, here. If there is an intentional solution, I would say it's probably rock is not rock, and then you shift the 2 water on top of each other because there's no rock anymore, and then you would do water is rock, and then because the 2 waters are already stacked on top of each other, you can just click that and win. Oh, that water is sink does have... this does pose a problem for that theory. Anyway, just go back to GG and... server room. Hello, that's a lot. But yes, a router. Of course, servers have routers. That flag is win, but it's also defeat. And how do I fix that? It says flag is defeat right there. That's pretty hard to fix. We got sink, an arrow, 3 water. Also, I'm dead. Why? Oh, because I'm not local anymore. So only local Baba is you now. Though I also see local flag is defeat got made. So why should I not just do flag is push and get us out? Because we can't access the rules. But still, it's like that was always the case. And I can just do flag is... Hold on. Of course, don't accidentally make skull existent. Flag is push. Wait, there's still a problem here. If I... Do we need a sink? That's... The thing is, local Baba is going to be used. So if I push this flag out of range, it will stop being defeat, but I'll also never be able to be you on it. As shown there. Okay, what? I don't understand. It says not Baba is not you either, so I can't go and try to mess with this you. Well, I like the vibe of this level because it looks freaking impossible right now. The only other weird thing I see is that this arrow is pointing and branching right for seemingly no reason, so we could get an is here, but why would I want a local something else to be anything at all? That, like, we could do like local rock is push or local water is push. That could allow some stacking, and then there's like sync opportunities, but like why? Doesn't solve the fundamental issue that both local Bob is you and local Bob is defeat. I mean, local flag is defeat. Is there some weird thing where it can wrap into itself and like cancel the local or something? Okay, I still don't see how this level is possible, but there's something very weird about that arrow right there. Like, go here and don't think about the rule I'm making. Why does that light up? That lights up. I mean, it's also interesting that it lights up even though I am triggering it through one of its arrows, but this doesn't light up. It's weird. Why does that not light up, but the other one does? Maybe this would be interesting. I don't know. Again, that branching is very suspicious. That gives me 2x local Bob is you. I don't know if that's relevant at all, though. 2x Bob is you doesn't do anything in normal Bob is you at all, so... Okay, after looking at this a bit more, like, it seems like this is the thing. You do that, and that's a Baba is you, but this is not affected by local. So that's like the whole thing. That honestly seems like the whole thing. But of course, get that flag out of here and away from the locality. In fact, I almost don't understand. Like, this is actually subtle enough on its own, right? And then just make it local, so local flag is okay. Red herring infested level. Okay, anyway. Blue mirror. Unlike black mirror. So, okay, so of course they are different, but you have rocks, and is there a way to make it different? I guess there must be. Sensing, make. Baba can make water, maybe? There is, unfortunately, though. Is there any difference between the two? If we can't make a difference between the Babas, that's pretty bad. But I could maybe do, like, Baba make water. However, that's not very useful. Baba sensing is something we could say, maybe. Maybe, how about Baba sensing melts or something? I don't even know if I can make that work. Water is melt. Ooh! The rock is hot. So the rock is able to get rid of water that I placed. So it can... Now there's a difference between the two. Alright, so... This could... Okay, so here, Baba is you, but only when sensing water. Unfortunately, there's no water on either side at this point. But hey, there's the difference maker. Alright. Let's just fill it up. Alright, okay, so let's make the thing happen again. Kind of make a mess at the same time when doing so. Okay, now, we just break the melt, right? And now we are different. Yep, there we go. Traffic director. Okay, Bob is you, got rock is water. Is the water ever playable? Not. Bob is you. I can play as everything. But is why... Okay, so the flag needs to be near a rock and a water to win. Based on that. Although, this is already so cursed that I, like... Okay, the wall just got blocked, which is not good in that case, but, what, like, just, like, break it, I don't know. Maybe from here, you just, do that? Unfortunately not, like, we don't have a rock and a water in the level yet, so maybe the cheese isn't that easy. Okay, let's pretend this level is normal, then this is seemingly a sensing defeat level, but, I'm not even sure I understand that part of it, because it seems like Baba wants to be drunker or something in order to push the skull into the top right, because the diagonal is right there. We are not paritied on the diagonal right there. Okay, so... I mean, now I wonder... Ooh, maybe sensing not defeat. Then the skull is not very useful, but like... But this arrow is clearly here to modify the is. It's just like, do we just try sensing not defeat? Hold on, then, I mean, drunker fits. Anyway, let's just do it. Sensing not defeat, I think. So now, oh, sorry, parity was off. Okay. Even without the not, it's cheese. But yeah, sensing not defeat. In other words, sensing literally any other property. And Baba was both you and Drunker at the time. So there were two properties that were not defeat. And it sensed that and transformed. And of course, the other one didn't have the sensing check. So that one didn't transform. And there we go. Thermometer. Oh, another one of these freaking branchy ones. Baba is hot. Well, that's a problem. All is melt. Let's change that to a sensing or whatever. Sensing push. That'll be a way to stop it. Now Baba's hot doesn't do anything, but if I look at the bottom, Baba on lava is empty, so that's pretty bad. How do I get to the other side? Water is defeat. That's huh. And what about this branch path? What is it doing? Rock is? I don't even know. It's certainly not you. Why does it look like rock is all is possible? Oh, that's right. It's the other way around. Okay. No other object is hot, so there's no point sensing that. Wait, why don't I just make all is push? Wait, that's also very... Okay, quite suspicious again. However, no one can quite save the second row, is that true? Well, I can move stuff off here. No, we're kind of one messed up. Oh. Here's the flag. I just chess battle advanced. Should probably check that other level back. I don't know. The cheese is absolutely overwhelming. It looks like box has flag and flag is win, and skull is open. So we can make a skull, maybe sensing in order to. And we have another rancher. Turn only one of the boxes into a skull, probably stack them, and then win. Although this, you can't bring it through. That's okay. That is an issue probably. But probably first of all, one, but only one of the boxes is a skull. How do I set that up? Oh shoot, that arrow position is not good for setting this up. Maybe here, and then this will have to face the other way. Interrupt this, please. I don't want the skull to be facing that way. No, I think it's not, like, it's just not that way. Do it the other way around. Okay, and now, can I do sensing? Okay, yes, sensing can in fact matter, but how do I only make one of them sense? I guess we must branch. No, hold on. Oh god, okay, first of all, delete that, and, branch. Now... Baba is shut. That completely failed. Baba sensing you and shut is skull. I'm not... shoot. Wait, you is being copied? But I thought it does sense you and shut on this because Baba is you and shut and is on this tile. Okay, just like get rid... Okay, so maybe it doesn't work with two of them. That's a bit rude, but okay. So Baba, now it's just box sensing you as skull. So that just works, and it can, and the whole point was to transform only one of the two objects. Now push them into each other and we probably win. Okay, and skull is shut. Oh, wait. What? No, I only... Okay, sorry, box is shut, not skull is shut. That doesn't do it. Okay, there we go. And there we go. Also went back to the previous level and just did like sensing hot. Like if sensing doesn't count itself. And now I guess we do rock is hot or something. Oh, but I can't do that without breaking the sensing, huh? Can I save it with a push? Okay. Currently it's sensing push, which doesn't really mean anything. But we can save it. There we go. Now rock is hot. There we go. Okay. So yeah, rock is hot plus all sensing hot is melt. So there we go. And also the rock will be a melting object, huh? Well, I mean, I just replaced it with a useless push, and there we go. There we go. Now, of course, I do wonder, this is finally gonna Yes! Yes! Here we are. Well, that's the end of this part, because we just got to this parsley type. Again, I have no idea. I've only seen, like, random screenshots of this super bold and cursed-looking text, but I'm really looking forward to experiencing it. Also, I still have no closer ending. Bye. Bye!